Ready. It's starting, Miss Fredericks. Hi,
Hi.
Miss Fredericks is here for our end of the week recap.
Woohoo!
We just thought we would kind of bring you through the week. This was week 4. As usual, at the beginning of the week, I kind of did a preview, and at the end of the week, let's touch base again just to make sure you kind of hit all of those bases and expectations that we had for the week, right, Miss Fredericks?
That's right. We had a busy week this week. We kind of talked about some really important things. At the start of the week, we talked about, some top teen issues. And in my classes, we talked about, what were those top ones that we talked about? Mental health was a big one that came up on those flip grids. So we really focused a lot on that. And then we moved into mental lockers.
Yes, we asked you guys to really think about, what do you hold in your mental locker? What is it that you bring and carry along with you that's kind of a weight on your shoulders?
Mm-hmm.
And then hopefully some of our classes, we ended our time together doing a 9-minute afternoon reset if we had time. If you're, let's move our picture over here. If you are somebody who is working from home, just to recap, the expectation for that day was that you emailed Ms. Fredericks and I your ticket out the door. So again, if you are working from home because you're absent or you're fully online, make sure you're reading through, clicking through all of these and really kind of reading, especially in this box here, the activities link, how we want you to submit that work for that day.
Right. Mental health, or emptying our mental locker. That I thought was a really fun experience to kind of shred those, rip those up, and to just be done with those. We emptied those, and by the end of B day, 7th hour, we had that whole bucket full. Did you see that? That whole bucket was full. And it felt good to just get rid of all those, and we're going to let those go and just move on from those. They're not going to carry around with us anymore.
Totally. And that then transferred into your at-home day. Yep. Some of you were finishing up the Class Connections journal, while majority of you were working on our virtual calm room assignment. And what that was kind of kicking off, actually Monticello itself created this area that has a bunch of calming activities. So part of what we wanted you guys to do was try one of those out for yourself. See which one was your favorite, and then create a short promo video that showcased which one you like best, which one works for you. So next time you feel like you're really bogged down with what's in your mental locker, you take a little reset, recenter yourself with a calming activity.
Yeah, just a couple tools that you can utilize when you feel your mental health starting to, maybe starting to spiral and not be in the best place. You can utilize those anytime to kind of help maybe get you in the better place that you need to be.
And then as usual, we put where you post that was posted in the discussion and journal folder. And we really talked about the importance this week of posting that digital day work. We're really going to start cracking down on that, having that posted and ready to use in the next class period. So our second in-class day, we pulled up those videos that were killer from those people who did them. Those people who didn't, missing in the grade book, we wanted that in the next 24 hours.
Yep.
So if you're watching this video now and you did not turn in your promo video after this video, that is what you need to complete in order to get those points.
Right. And so if you have questions on what you were supposed to do, just think of it like this. You were hired to make a commercial promoting this virtual calm room. Okay. And then think of the one that you participated in, and then just make a really short 1-minute video promoting it like you were trying to sell it to somebody.
Yeah,
easy peasy. That. And I know you guys know how to make TikToks because I've seen you guys making your TikToks in the hallways. So don't tell me you don't know how.
Yeah. And the point of the video too is just really to do another medium other than journals all the time. Sometimes it's faster and easier to do like quick little thing and then we move on.
Right.
Speaking of moving on, our second in-class day, after kind of talking about those showcasing the calm activities, we talked about the brain, all parts of the brain. Specifically, we started with this brain puzzle. We had you cut it out and try to put it together as best as your memory could serve. And then we saw how you did. Did you have to rearrange that at all? Then we labeled the parts. Then each group had a different area they needed to research and report back to the class the function of that brain.
Yep. And for some of you, that was a little tricky. And some of you, you're like, piece of cake, I got this.
Yeah. If you're working with us online, this day might have been maybe not as straightforward. We'd like you to research those parts of the brain, maybe watch some of these videos, and then email us that ticket out the door. What did you already know about the brain? What did you learn? What questions do you still have?
Right. And we're really kind of going to start focusing, or in this brain part, we're going to focus a little bit on, not a little bit, a lot of it more on the portion of the frontal lobe. Okay. And talking about,
Good
why
point.
is that important? Why are we going to talk about that? Okay. Because that's the part that develops, the last and has a big impact on you guys.
Yeah, at your age. Our second at-home day for a lot of my A group, you are working on your brain and personality worksheet, and that worksheet is going to be housed in your worksheet and textbook Schoology folder. That's a new folder, kind of right under some of the other ones that you were working on. You're going to log in using the login for the textbook and answer those textbook-specific questions. So you have to use the textbook. You can't just share your opinion. It's not a journal. It's a fact-based question.
Yep.
And then if you're in B group, you're finishing up on that calm room activity, and we're using those in class the next time we see you. Your brain personality worksheet for B group, if you haven't already noticed, will be Monday. You are 1 day behind on that. Then that leads us to Friday. Every Friday, right here is where you found our weekly recap video. And then also every week we do a self-evaluation. Those questions have been kind of the same. Maybe they'll start to change up. Anything you want to add about that, Ms.
No,
Fredericks?
kind of like what I talked about with my classes. We're not asking a lot of you on Fridays. We're not having you guys do a live Google Meet. We're not assigning really any new work. The self-evaluation probably will take you, 2 minutes to do?
Yeah.
So just check in. That's our way to kind of gauge, how are you doing this week? What can we change, or how can we do things differently to meet your needs? So do that. It's points. And then also it helps us to be able to better help you.
And then Fridays too, our expectation is if you have missing work, you are finishing up that missing work, emailing us, telling us that you turned it in so that your grades can now be current. There's no reason for missing work to week by week build up. Let's, get that under control right away. Cool. Awesome. Well,
we made it through September.
Yeah. Woohoo. Bring on October. Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Do you know how to stop it? Right there. You have to